So Kenny Maxwell is actually the manager of Bub's Burgers. Now, Bub's Burgers is a local burger joint in Bloomington, Indiana, where the majority of its customers were dining customers that would come in during lunch from the city buildings, the police departments, and many of these kind of local businesses. Now, with the recent week, all these have been shut down in terms of being able to have dining customers. And over 70% of their customer base has now have to shift to an online platform. The ownership of Bub's has been seeing they've had difficulty in order to try to transfer people from these services to online. They've had to utilize platforms like Grubhub, but ultimately Grubhub and these companies take such a high amount of the profit margin that in a time of crisis, it's hard for them to get by and really deal with this huge cut in profits. Now, as a local watering hole for these different areas, they thought that they could originally target them by going on Facebook, putting their information on Google, or updating on these different tech hubs. What they ultimately ended up seeing was there's a lag in these software companies that when they're putting the information out, it's not getting updated, and you end up with customers who are concerned and wondering if it's even open. And when they go to contact them, because so many people are calling, they're not able to get a hold and actually figure out when it's open, and it's causing frustration for everyone, the owners as well as the customers. And then we all have a Bub's. At the end of the day, for me, it's not Bub's. For me, it was the tap. Me and the local veterans would every single week go on Tuesday night, we do trivia. And after having come back from Italy and Switzerland, I've actually been inside for 21 straight days. Now, we all kind of want to be able to get back to that lifestyle, but we know that that's not happening very quickly. What this means that we're going on there. We're trying to connect with not only our friends, but these businesses, because it's going to give us a little bit of taste of what is home to us. And ultimately, at the end of the day, we want to make sure that these companies are there and around when we come out of this.
So in our phone interviews with various local Bloomington restaurants, we found restaurants lack necessary resources and the ability to connect with their community. In our phone interview with Darn Good Soup, they had to close down that same day because they couldn't afford using third-party delivery like Grubhub or DoorDash, and so they weren't getting enough business. Multiple restaurants are posting on various social media platforms and trying to establish new deals to attract more customers to make up for the lack of in-housing restaurant catering. So they're not able to reach these customers, but there is a demand for customers to help support these local businesses. They want to help support the local restaurants versus the big chain ones, as you can see from many of these postings on Facebook and Twitter. Now, Jake will take us a tour on our solution for this problem.
Thank you, Anoop. Well, there it is. What is our solution going to be? How are we going to link these high in-demand restaurants with the customers who care about the local businesses, who want to know if they're open, but just don't know if they are? Well, we have created WAO. We Are Open, an online platform that is going to link the restaurants with the customers and make sure that there's no lag between times that they are open, what they're serving, when they're serving, and how they're going to get the food from the restaurant to their doorstep in the most safe and cleanliness way possible. Now, how is this going to work? Well, if you're a customer, you're going to call onto the website and you're going to click, I am a customer. You're going to type in your zip code and the proximity in miles of how close you want a restaurant nearby. Then you will click submit. Once you click submit, you'll be brought to this page with a list of restaurants nearby that are open and are operating. You'll be able to search them based on certain ones that you may already know, or filter them based on proximity, hours, the type of food that they have, and if it's delivery or pickup, and if it maybe uses a service that you already use, such as Grubhub. For example, if you were to click Buffalo's, this is what would come up. It would say that it's open. It would show the time of day, the hours, the day of the week, the hours, the menu, if it's normal or if it has changed, and more information, as you can see on the page. And here it is, one centralized portal with everything you need in one centralized spot. Now, on the other end, if you're a restaurant and you want to sign up, how do you do this? Well, you're going to create an account and you're going to say, I am a restaurant. You will put in basic account information and following restaurant information that you have seen on the slide prior. But also what's more important is at the end of step 2, you will be checking off a box to show that you are agreeing to the CDC guidelines and are ensuring that the safety and cleanliness of your restaurant is met. This will also ensure a lot of safety for the customers and ensure that they will order from your restaurant. And here you show the actual portal now. Once you are a restaurant and you created your account, you will log in. And this portal is very, very important. And we see that it's something that's very value added to our service because it is a portal that links yourself along with all the other small businesses in the area and shies away from the bigger corporations. So it targets you. Now, what you can do on this portal is you can communicate with other local businesses asking for if you need more employees, if you have too much stock, if you have a question on maybe how much stock to order. Buffalo Louie's, for example, is having a very strong difficulty understanding what their inventory needs to be. Well, if they are to contact other restaurants through this portal, it may solve their problem. Well, that's all we have for now. And now Luke is going to talk to you guys about our future and platform moving forward.
All right, thank you, Jake. So WAO is a feasible program and it's easy to set up and implement. In just 3 days, we got the support of more than 70% of the restaurants that we contacted. We also ran a comprehensive survey with over 200 customer data points and built a prototype of our idea. If we have the resources and support that we need, we can get this up and running within a week. Our idea could be the difference between somebody having a job next week and our restaurant closing. What we would need initially would be help from computer scientists or a team of them to develop an official working program and website that is seamless and safe. We would also need help building a database build out to store our info. We would also need help marketing for WAO. And lastly, we would need help getting restaurants to sign up for our program and our website. Now, WAO has the potential to be scaled to cities across the United States and possibly even further. Once we have overcome this pandemic, there are many ways to make a profit and make the website self-sustaining with the ability to charge restaurants with prime advertising of their deals or the ability to allow customers to pay for the service to access special deals with their membership. Later, we would also want to create an app that would make our program easier to use on smartphones. Lastly, our website would be used during normal times, but also could be used during many natural disasters like earthquakes, tornadoes, and state of emergencies, or even pandemics. With that being said, we would need help to be able to keep the program up and running for the foreseeable future. A result from this would be a successful result would be a successful link between our customers and our restaurants. Now here's Josh to wrap us up.
So we are the team behind WAO, and with your help, we are hoping to bridge the gap between local restaurants and customers during a time of crisis just like COVID-19. Thank you.